Hi, everyone. My name is Cherise Shockley, and I am the community manager over at the diaTribe Foundation. And I am so excited to have Scott Johnson, which is, he's like a beacon of light. He loves basketball, like loves basketball. And he's from Minnesota and he now lives in San Diego. Hey, Scott, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, Cherise. Thanks for having me. Really, really excited and honored to be here with you. Thank you.
To introduce you to those who may not know you. So, with that being said, what is your connection to diabetes?
So I have lived with diabetes for 41 years. I celebrated my 41st diaversary in April. I was diagnosed as a small boy when I was 5 years old.
Prompted you to start writing about your journey with diabetes?
Yeah, I started writing about my journey with diabetes because as I entered adulthood and started raising a family, I was really struggling to cope with my diabetes. Along with therapy, I found it helpful to write about what I was going through. There was just something really powerful for me about exploring the messy thoughts and feelings I was experiencing through writing, and that helped a lot.
What did you learn about yourself? Or what did you find that you didn't know?
Yeah, I think what I learned the most is that diabetes is messy and that it's normal for diabetes to be messy, and that the emotional side of diabetes is just as real and as important as the medical side, and that the emotional side of diabetes is messy too, and that's also normal. But maybe most
Messy.
importantly, yeah, everything with diabetes is just messy. And I was gonna say that maybe that's just me, but I think the most important thing that I found is that I wasn't alone in experiencing that messiness with diabetes in every aspect of it.
And you write openly about mental health and diabetes. What was your thought process to say this is what needs to be what I need to share instead of hiding and concealing that part of your journey with diabetes?
I think it really was just for me a natural part of my story. And I think that as I explored the that emotional part of my diabetes, that it was always there and came along for the ride. And um, I think that it's always been important to share all sides of life with diabetes, right? Not just the positives and the wins and successes, but also the struggles. And for me, most of those struggles were with the mental health and emotional well-being sides of diabetes. And so talking about that was important.
And what was how did the community respond to having you share your mental health struggles and along with diabetes and how that plays a part in management?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest response was people sharing similar experiences. So they helped me know that um, I wasn't strange or more broken by experiencing those, but that it was normal to feel these things. It was a normal part of diabetes, and that made a world of difference to me. Additionally, they shared ways that they coped with those struggles and problems, and helped me
Mhm.
see a lot of these things from different perspectives. And that has been a really valuable part of participating in the diabetes online community, seeing solutions or seeing problems from other perspectives.
What would you say is the hardest thing about being open about your journey with diabetes?
Open up your life to the world of the internet, right? There's a lot of judgment that you face. There's a, you know, because I've opened up a window of my life to the world, people jump to conclusions, maybe make a lot of assumptions, but in reality, they don't know. There's a lot of context that they don't know, and so there's more than your fair share of of criticism or unfair judgment that's made when people just simply don't have the full story or don't take the time to think about or ask questions about what you're saying or trying to say. So 3 tips that I have for people who want to share but don't know where or how to start are: number 1, follow your heart. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. Do what feels right for you and whatever satisfies that urge that has you wanting to share in the first place. It's a really big world out there, and there are plenty of people who need your unique story and perspective. Number 2, you are in control. Sharing about your life with diabetes should never, ever become another source of stress in your life. There are too many of those already.
Yes.
You make the rules, you're in control. You should get value from your sharing. If you're feeling stress, something's off, something's not right, and it's time to maybe take a step back and reevaluate what's going on, why you're doing what you're doing, and maybe shift gears a little bit. And then number 3 is just start. Start anywhere. It'll never be perfect, and that's fine. If you're feeling a call to add your voice to the mix, there's a reason for that. So just start. Someone out there needs your voice. I think that's important.
Okay. Well, on that note, if you could have a conversation with anyone about diabetes, who would it be?
Hmm. That's another really great question. I would love to spend a bunch of time talking with my childhood endocrinologist. His name is Dr. Larson, Dr. Robert Larson, and he's still around. I actually bumped into him again. I don't know, must have been five years ago or so. And it was really a great opportunity to thank him for taking such good care of me as I grew up. He's running some camps out of I believe the Mankato area of Minnesota, and still practicing. But I would love to just, share some time in a an afternoon visiting with Dr. Larson. Catch up.
Well, thank you so much for spending time with us to share this out. And everybody, if you want to check out Scott, you can look up scottsdiabetes.com and also check them out at diatribe.org. Thank you so much. Until next time, Scott, be safe.
Thank you, Cherise.